Hi YouTube, just doing a video of the babies. I'm getting them ready for bed. I'd already taken off, that's their clothes that they had on today. Taking everything off, and I just figured I'd start recording. Just want to look at their bodies. Their bodies are very different. This is my Aisha kit. This is my first baby, and she's the worst as far as body construction. She's very loose, not very full. These strings were about this long when I got her. I had to actually cut the strings down. I'm scared to cut them more than that, so I'm constantly trying to tuck them in, and all of them were really long. And her body, there is no posing with her. Her body is just really, really a little bit too floppy, and her head is always pointing kind of up. Her head doesn't sit naturally. You gotta kind of fight for her to be looking in the downward position. Yeah, so that's my eye. See, so when you lay her down, she's kind of looking up in a weird way. You gotta come back. I love her face though. I love the little moles that the artist put on. She has little moles all over her body, and I love that. But as far as construction goes, she's the worst of the three. And she's my first baby. This is my last baby. He is a Sydney kit. His construction is okay. He seems to be better for posing. Like him, I can just sit him up. His head is not wobbly, so it kind of takes away from the realistic look or effect that I was hoping for on my babies. To me, he looks the least realistic of the three. So the body construction is good depending on what you want your babies for. If you want to pose them like this, that's cute. But if you want to kind of lay in bed and cuddle with them and have a realistic baby feel, that's not him. He's beautiful though. His face is gorgeous. He has a big old head, and that's just fine. Beautiful face. His painting is a little bit off on his arms and legs. To me, he's orange. In comparison to those two, you can tell his tone is not right. His tone is a little bit orange. So not very happy with that, but I love his face. His face is gorgeous. I have to trim down these eyelashes some kind of way. They look a little bit too much to me. But other than that, I love his face. And this is my Sydney kit. This is the most expensive doll I have. She wasn't very expensive, but of the three, this was the most expensive doll. Detailing is the best. Nice floppy head, maybe a little bit too floppy, but it's okay because I have to, it adds to the realistic effect that I'm looking for with my babies. I didn't buy her brand new. She'd already had a few other moms, and I may need to have her rerouted in the next year or so. The hair isn't as nice as it could be, but she's my favorite as far as details. She looks the most realistic to me. Her details are just very nice. Very, very nice. Her tone is nice, and again, to compare to him, and he's the Laney kit, I'm sorry. He's the Laney kit by Marissa Winter. So that's the Aisha kit, Laney, and Sydney. But again, to compare the tone, he's orange, and I may have to have him repainted, which sucks because I already paid for him, and now I have to pay again for him to be repainted. It looks like one person did his face and someone else did his legs. That's completely off. Yeah, but oh well. Back to Sydney. So yeah, she's the best built baby that I have. She is the most realistic. Her painting is perfect. So she's the best for cuddling in the house. He's the best for posing. She's the one that I take out. If I'm going to go anywhere and bring them out, I bring her because she's sleeping, and you can always pass her off as a real sleeping baby as opposed to a baby that doesn't blink. It doesn't work. So I was just getting them ready for bed. Here are their night clothes. I'll put on their sleepers in a moment. And tonight I'm going to do a full wipe down. So I do wet their rag with a little bit of wash so it does have a smell on it. Wipe them down. I do powder their skin. I use this little brush. And I could get a bigger brush, but I'm okay with this one. And I powder their skin because especially my Sydney kit, she does get kind of shiny. So I just powder her down. I also use the Johnson's baby cologne. I put it on cotton balls and I especially rub it in around their necks so that when I'm holding them, you know, they have that baby smell. So I'll put it around their necks, under their arms as well. This will be his first time getting wiped down, but same thing, I'll put it around his neck and under his arms so he'll have that baby smell. I use this Target brand hair detangler to spray on my 2 babies that are rooted, and then I brush their hair. It really helped with his hair. When he first came out the box, it felt like straw, but I guess she hadn't brushed it yet. So I spray his and I brush his, and his is now really soft. I put powder in their diapers as well. My Aisha kit, I put this cloth diaper on her, and I do have socks under here to kind of bulk her up a little bit. The socks give her a feeling of having like a little booty, and so I always put this on her. But yeah, that's it. Gonna get the babies clean and dressed and ready for bed. Bye, YouTube.